And we're back. We're a bit behind schedule, so I will not have a really long introduction. But Sanoma account was already mentioned. I'm together with Tuomas working on the Sanoma account project. And there Tuomas proposed to introduce SAFE as the way to align the various Scrum teams. And after he announced it, I drew a big smiley on one of the flip over boards. And hopefully now you will explain why that's the case.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, hello, my name is Tuomas Kivisaari and I work as a program manager at Sanoma and currently work with the Sanoma account program. So I have 3 slides. First one is only a picture, second one with the text, and the third one with lots of animations. So I will use 20 minutes and let's walk those through. What is Agile? I definitely know that you already know that, but this is how I think that how I see the Agile. First things first is let's identify high priority business problem we need to solve. Let's create a hypothesis. Let's build and test that hypothesis rapidly with the real users. Let's learn and probably develop some more, and when it's ready, let's deploy. It sounds very easy, and it's quite easy, but the problem is how we are actually going to get benefits from the program level and also from the business and portfolio level out of that. And that's a bit different story. Some considerations about the Agile software development. Okay, first things, they are based on Lean. Lean is founded in the middle of 19th century, from 1940 to 1970, when people consider how to remove waste from the production at Toyota production environment. And typically software developers are very familiar with Agile development and also with the Lean development. It's easy and it's easily you can explain what are the benefits and how you are actually going to use methods and so on. And we have plenty of different projects that are produce extremely high results and benefits to business. However, we're going to use Lean development methodologies in different kind of organizations with different kind of corporate cultures. And this is obvious pain point what I have seen in a couple of times, that this corporate culture just does not support the Agile methodologies or Agile development teams. And it's a pain point and probably it's a barrier also. Like Lean methodology in Toyota production environment, this Agile program as well, it definitely needs a well-refined structure. And the reason for structure is that we are able to support the development teams and development activities with effective way. If we don't have a structure, we are living in a chaos or in a huge mess that actually doesn't gives the benefits that just single project can actually achieve. That doesn't drive that benefits to program or to business level. And what we are trying to looking for is to find out those structures and benefits from the Scaled Agile framework. I will shortly go through what is the Scaled Agile framework. I have something like 200 animations in the following slide. don't be confused, but this is an easy way to walk that through. SaKE, that's a framework what we have also at Sanoma at the moment in use. We have 3 layers: business layer, program layer, and a project or team layer. And the roles. First one is program portfolio management, which is actually owns the highest, how can I say, that's a high system maker in this framework. And their responsibility is to have strategic teams with Epic owners who actually have this kind of Kanban funnel and responsibility to refine those strategic teams to business or portfolio epics. And then we have a portfolio backlog with green epics and with 1 purple epic. And what is that? Is that we're supposed to have also enterprise architect with same kind of Kanban funnel. And all these epics supposed to be actually in the same list with story points. Every epic that is in a portfolio backlog needs to be considered carefully, and we need to make business analysis for everyone. And therefore we have a clear understanding how these epics actually affects the processes, or what kind of impact they have into business processes. Okay, this is a really simple. If we just consider this as a framework or with the slides, but if we're trying to implement these kind of methods into corporate or into a company where it has its own culture, which is developed over 100 years based on like producing not services but just items that is going to be sold to customer, this is much more difficult. But we are on progress, and our business or portfolio layer is now ready, and all these epics are analyzed, so we are able to create portfolio metrics for that. Let's move to program level. We have a portfolio backlog. There are epics, and they are analyzed. We have metrics already, and then we are going to decide how are we actually going to create these epics and put those into practice. Let's create a program, and we have 3 different groups in the program level, which are release management, program management, and system team. Release management, as the name actually will tell you, it's responsible of releases. That when we are going to release which program increment based on business decisions, based on business situations. Program management, it's a group that taking care of the whole program, and system team actually it's the one group that we need refining development environments, taking care of system integrations, and so on. Creates just basic background that we are able to develop. Okay. After the program has found, we'll transfer epics from portfolio backlog to program epics. And then we're supposed to have a vision of what we should do with these epics, and when, and to whom we are going to implement those. So we will have a program roadmap with vision and a program metrics. Measurement is mandatory thing. Without the measurement, we don't have anything that we can actually follow, like just basic Scrum methodology or Agile software development methodologies are based on measurements. At the same way, we need to have a program metrics and portfolio metrics. Okay. When the epics are done, visions are done, and program roadmap is stated, we're supposed to have program backlog, which is prioritized. WSJF, weighted shortest job first. It's actually quite good advice how to prioritize the epics in the backlog. Simple rule, let's create that epic first. That is easiest to implement, but give us the best impact to business processes. So weighted shortest job first. Okay, let's move to teams. In this example, we have two Scrum teams with basic roles, product owners, Scrum masters, developers, one person who is responsible of testing purposes, and then we have a third team doing a different kind of method. I put it iterative waterfall, just showing that it actually doesn't matter what is the basic development Agile method, what is in use. Main thing with method and will produce features with own cadence and with good quality. When the teams are ready, we need to divide this program backlog to the project backlogs. And I put code quality over there as well, because this is what we definitely need. We can use different kind of approaches for code quality, like test-driven development or extreme programming. However, idea is that we will produce only quality code in every sprint. So every increment from the sprints is potentially shippable product that we are able to deploy if needed. All right. When the backlog is ready, every team will have own objectives, and when these are combined, we have a program increment objectives that we are going to represent to business owners. Business owners, they actually represent the ultimate institutional authority from the program point of view. So we can talk about MVP, minimum viable product, or other terms, but idea is that we have a clear package that this is what we are going to deploy at this time, and are you confident with this? That does this actually fill the needs that you are actually waiting for us? When the business owners agree that okay, that's fine, let's continue, we can start. And with own cadences, our development teams will do their work, will give us features, architectural features, and so on. And after a certain amount of development sprints or amounts, we supposed to have this kind of innovation planning sprint, keräilyerä, as we understood in Finnish. Sprint we are using for developing all these items we need to refine from the previous sprints. And then we have program increment. And another one really important thing is that as known with the development, we will develop in cadence. We might have, for example, 2-week cadence in development, but we will release on demand. And this is probably hardly understood from the business side, that we need to consider when we are actually going to release and what are the actions for deployment. What else we have in the program level? We have a shared group. Shared group actually is a group that they are necessary for success, but they are not involved for the program. For example, some kind of documentation, security issues, and those are taking care of that. DevOps, user experience, system architect. He can be, for example, product owner when some of these Agile teams will create these architectural epics. And then we have a release engineer as called Agile program manager as well. And with a nice hat, he will drive this Agile release train to the next station and hopefully to success. And when this first train has left and came to the station, we can have business epics and architectural epics that impacts to business processes. So I thought that Agile development is based on lean, but however we should consider what is the best way to put the lean methodology all the way to program management and the business management layer. In that cases as well, where the corporate structure or corporate culture does not support effectively the Agile methodologies. Okay. After the first releases, we'll continue our development. And we have architectural epics features that we are going to develop after 2-week sprints or 3-week sprints. And then we have a next program increment. While we have this architectural epics at the same time with the business epics, we will have this kind of architectural runaway that actually ensures that our architectural side is also under development, that we just don't forget the architectural topics that we need to refine for supporting new services we are going to develop. So architecture evolves continuously. Program portfolio management actually takes care of content integration and releasing. Program itself makes sure that features fit and releases, and Agile teams make sure that stories fit in iterations. Okay, so basic framework, I'm sure that you are familiar with this, but what is actually hard task is to put this into practice with different kind of cultures and corporations. If you want to see more about the Agile program management with SAFE framework, this big picture is available at scaledagileFramework.com web pages, and every single item of those are also available, and you can see the documentation from there as well. So this was shortly my presentations. Do you have questions, comments, or okay, sure.
Practical example, what kind of project or programs have been run according to this? What's the feedback loop from your talk today?
Well, one program that is actually, yeah, sure. Question was that do we have any practical examples about the programs where we are going to use this and where we are using. One good example is this already mentioned Sanoma account that we are doing together with our Dutch colleagues. And we are right now implementing that scaled Agile framework also in that program. And we are getting benefits from that, but as mentioned before, we are still struggling with this kind of how to implement Agile methodologies into business layer as well, and how we can actually support Agile development teams at the same time. So it's a
What's the main obstacle so far?
Main obstacle, probably I can say this kind of, we just don't have that kind of experience of Agile program management. So understanding the need of clear structure is probably the main obstacle.
Final question for Tuomas.
Sure.
Do you see the problem that those who are making the day-to-day decisions in programming in lower levels and those who are making the long-term decisions and guiding the processes from the top, that they seem to be quite far away?
Yep.
Do you see that the problem that the communication and knowledge that where we are going in the big picture, that the big picture is not delivered to the lower level?
So the question was, do I see the problem that the big picture is not seen in the project level? So, well, I won't see that kind of problem because I think that programmers actually know the big picture quite well. But moreover, the problem is that how to get business representatives being so interested about what we are actually doing at the project level. So the transparency, what is aim of the Agile methodology, that doesn't exist actually if the business representatives are not interested at all in what actually happened in the project side. All right. If that's a final question.
Yeah, there's Matthew seems to have a question about.
So thank you very much for your question.
Yeah, you ask your question during dinner. Okay.
Yes, I will.
We do need your mic.
Projector is a Japanese word for chit-chat and is